Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. I'm back, baby! I'm so happy to be back and filming a Friday reading vlog. So happy. I took August off, if you've been wondering where I was, and towards the end of July things were getting a bit sporadic with the old upload schedule. But it's always good to have a month off because you get sort of re-enthused about everything and ideas, and I'm going to be filming. I've got ideas for videos that I'm going to be filming today, and yeah, excited to be back with a Friday reading vlog. And this Friday reading vlog, I really want to do some reading, which sounds obscene for a Friday reading vlog, but I really like to get through a lot of reading this weekend, and we haven't got all that much on. So yeah, I've just woken up. I had a terrible night's sleep last night. Like, getting to sleep was just a nightmare. I was on the sofa in the end, but David's just made me a nice cup of tea in my Olivia Boma Girl Power mug. Girl Power. I'm going to drink this, I'm going to get in the shower, and then I think we'll reconvene when I'm in some comfy clothes with some washed hair, and yeah, let's go. Friday reading vlog. Showered! Feel lovely and clean, and I thought I would use this as an opportunity to chat to you about today's partners for the video, which are Wild Deodorant. I'm working with those guys again. And guys, they've brought out a very highly sought after product. David, guess what?
What?
There's a roll on.
Oh, lovely. I love a roll on.
David has been, he has also converted to the natural deodorants, and the only sort of complaint he's had is that he wishes there was a roll on. And now there is a roll on, and it's super easy to use and refill. You pop this little top off and put your refills in there. The scents are the same sort of delicious scents that you've got for Wild. I've got sea salt in here, which is lovely, and they come in these wonderful little cases of, this is the Emma Bridgewater one with the sort of iconic bees on it. Da, 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 da. Very, very pretty, very, very transportable, natural ingredients. Have a wonderful time with it. So very, very pleased that they reached out to me. You can get a discount from Wild if you would like to. If you'd like to check out the details down below in the information, that will give you your discount code, or you can follow this here VR code, which will take you where you need to go. And yes, thank you Wild for partnering with me. I'm going to put a little bit more on. It smells so nice. Come and have a little whiff of this, David. He's very pleased because some of the scents he finds very sort of...
that is nice.
You like that? You like that? You like that? Very nice. So yeah, thank you very much. And I suppose I better go and get dressed now. Is there anything comfier than dungarees? I don't know that there is. I always feel so comfy in dungarees. It's a bit of a pain to go to the wee, but hey, we're here. Welcome. Oh, what a lovely shot. I've got bookshelves, this book trolley of books, bowl of yoghurt with frozen blueberries. Need to wait a little bit for those to defrost a bit, and a cup of tea. Welcome back. It's nice, isn't it? It feels nice to be back and to be having a lovely Friday reading vlog, especially on a day where it has chucked it down all morning. So I feel cool. This is, you'll be watching this in September, but I am filming this in the last weekend of August. And like I said, I took August off in order to have a break, because everyone needs a break, and just to get some ideas sort of generating for videos that I want to do sort of for the rest of the year, and watch back some of my videos that I've done at this sort of time of year last year and previous years, and I feel inspired and I feel ready to go, and I'm excited, looking forward to the Friday reading vlogs, and to get back into the sort of Friday reading vlog rhythm of doing walks and cooking a lovely Friday night dinner out of my Jamie 30-minute meal book. They have been on hiatus, particularly the walk-in. I don't know if this happened before I went away, but David broke his foot. He was dancing at a wedding, I wasn't there, and well, he hadn't even really got to dancing. He'd gone to the dance floor to have a dance, and he felt something pop in his foot and was in agony, and then he came back the next day and said to me, that night he was texting me saying, I need to go to A&E tomorrow, and I was like, just get back here the next day and we'll have a look at it. And then the next day he said, oh, this is what it looks like, and it was bruised and horrible. And I said, oh, you don't want to sit in A&E on a Sunday when there's all the football injuries on. See how you feel tomorrow. So we went back on Monday, and yeah, he'd broken it. So there was me telling him not to bother going, and he'd broken it. But anyway, he's been in an air cast boot for 3 weeks, then went back and got told to be in it for another 3 to 4 weeks. And that coincides with a holiday that we're taking to Norway. So it looks like maybe after our holiday we'll be back on the walk-in. He's done very well. We went on holiday to Whitstable. She can't stop going on holidays. We went on holiday to Whitstable a couple of weeks ago, and he did a lot of walking with the boot, and it was fine, but the boot is absolutely bashed to bits now, so we're hoping to get a new one in time for the holiday. Did you ring the Fratch Clinic this week, David?
No.
Try and do it today.
Pardon?
Try and do it today.
I'm not going to bother.
Well, don't you want a new boot?
Nah.
Oh. It's just falling apart. So yeah, so that's why we haven't been going on any of the walks. Also, I did know that the walks would slow down over the summer, because I am not one for hot weather, and some of the walks that we were doing in March I was finding too hot. So we're going to get back into the walks. September and October are going to be great for the walks, because we don't want it to be too muddy and rainy, because a lot of them are through woods and stuff like that. So yeah, and I was planning on doing a Friday night dinner tonight, but David, this is very cute, has arranged with my nan that she is coming over to watch a film that she went to see at the cinema when she was 15. She had her 80th birthday last year, so this is a film from a long, long time ago. And can you remember what it is? The Day the Earth Stood Still, is that it?
I still don't know what it is.
Oh.
I don't know if your nan does.
She can't remember what it's called. She'd cut something out of the newspaper from like 2009 to remind herself what the film was, and asked David if we could watch it. And yeah, we're going to watch that tonight. So it's supposed to be me, David and my nan was going to bring round a big bag of scampi, and we were going to go to the fish and chip shop and get chips and have it that way. But now my mum, dad and niece are coming as well. I don't know how we're all planning on sitting around this telly, but yeah, we'll be there doing that, and I will fill you in as to what. It'll be cosy, and lucky it is cooler today. I mean, it's not cold, but it's cooler. So that's the plan for tonight. So yeah, dinner off the table for tonight, but definitely next week. And then the rest of the weekend is just dedicated to reading, because I really, really would like to deliver for you guys today, and for myself, because these are the last 3 days of August. I'd like to finish 3 books this weekend. I'd like to finish 1 today, 1 tomorrow and 1 Sunday. So I've had a little route around what I've got from the library, what I had on my TBR. I'm almost finished with a book now, so that'll be done for today. And then an audiobook to start, and try and deliver that to you, finishing 3 books in this reading vlog over a weekend. So the book I'm reading at the moment is for Patreon Book Club, which is on Sunday night. So I can talk about this now because it would have been and gone. But this month, the theme was Women in Translation. for August, and the book we've read is called The Clues in the Fjord by Satu Ramo and translated by Christian London. It's translated from the Icelandic, and it's a crime thriller book about a series of crimes involving sort of happening now, 3 men that have all been murdered in various different ways, and they've all been found with a tuft of blonde hair under their tongues. The police investigator who's investigating it, her sisters went missing in a tunnel when she was younger, and it also opened with a very, very historic scene, like as in like the 1500s, so I don't know what that's got to do with it. But yeah, it's fine. I'm sort of enjoying it in terms of like Icelandic slice of life, but in terms of sort of like mystery, police procedural, it's all sort of fine. But yeah, I have got the second one of these, so if I did ever want to go back to it, I could go back to the second one, but I'm 75% through that. And my Kindle tells me that's 1 hour and 12 minutes. So what I would like to do once I finish talking to you guys now about the rest of the reading for the weekend is that I would really like to sit, eat my yogurt, drink my tea and finish that 1 hour and 12 minutes, because I absolutely think I can do that, and then I'm a third of the way there already. And then the other 2 books I've picked, one of which is a library book and one of which is my own book. The library book is The Rest of Our Lives by Ben Markovitz. This has just been longlisted for the Man Booker Prize. No, the Booker Prize. God, retro. I picked this because it's got the most reservations on and it needs to go back, but also it's pretty short. It's just under 240 pages long. So I could have a good blast of this for the rest of the day and into tomorrow and get this done tomorrow, potentially. I know nothing about it. I really like the front cover though. Orange and pink. I say I know nothing about it. I've just filmed a book haul about it. It's about a road trip, I think. A road trip, and a chap whose wife had an affair, and he'd always said he would leave his wife when she'd had once his oldest daughter was a certain age, and he's just dropped his daughter off at university, and then yeah. So yeah, we will see how I get on with that. But I love the yellow and the pink together, so that will be read. And then also I picked off the shortest book that I've got on my TBR here. The TBR for the summer has barely been touched, and I think that's got something to do with my summer reading project, but I'll talk more on that later. This is Bitter Honey by Carol Lewis. This came out in June this year. This is just under 230 pages and is about Hannah, who lives with her husband and in an orchard, and this is her preparing for his funeral and reflecting on 50 years of marriage. And yeah, there's letters, he's left her letters and things like that, and I love novels with letters in. So there we go. So those are the 3 books I could potentially get done. Also, I finished yesterday the Michelle, oh God, I really loved it, the Michelle Obama, not even a memoir, I don't really know, it's sort of like advice on, it's called The Light That Carries Us or something. Oh God, she can't bloody remember what it's called. And I'm just talking about how much I loved it, and now I gave it 5 stars. The Light We Carry. And it was sort of like advice on dealing with certain things and drawing on her experiences. And yeah, she's just got such a calming, lovely voice, and I loved listening to her. Anyway, that's finished, so don't worry about that. So it's time to start a new audiobook, and I am re-listening to 2 series at the moment. Ahead of the last book in that series, both of those series coming out. So one of them is the HMRC Juno Dawson series of books, and I've listened to the first one, Her Majesty's Royal Coven, and I could start The Shadow Cabinet. And I've also finished last week listening to The Belle Sauvage, which is the first book in the Book of Dust series, and the last one of that is coming out in October. So the Human Rights, which is the HMRC last book, that's out already, and I've got that ready to go. And then the last book in the Book of Dust is out at the end of October. So I could either start start The Shadow Cabinet, or I could start, because I'm doing the Book of Dust and his Dark Materials series all in order. So I've listened to the first one, which happens before His Dark Materials, so I could move on to Northern Lights. So one of those will be listened to at some point, because I've got chores to do. If the rain holds off, I've got a cheque to go and pay in, potentially a parcel to go and pick up. I'm waiting for a shirt to come in from Vinted. I've been selling my wares on Vinted, which is lovely because it means you can buy back wares on Vinted, like without spending any money. So there we go. yes, so that's the plan. Sounds like a nice plan, doesn't it? And you guys can come along with us for the whole weekend. So yes, so I think I will crack on with finishing off this book now. At some point I'll need to make some notes on this as well because it's for my book club. But yeah, that's the plan. Right, let's go. I wonder if this visit is going to be any use, Hilda thought to herself. It's related to a crime under investigation, she answered vaguely. I finished it, hurrah! Well done, I. Then we went to the shop quickly to get a few bits for tonight. Some popcorn. I haven't had these in ages. I haven't been eating popcorn for a long time because I felt like it was giving me tummy ache, or I've got this miso paste in here, I'm very excited about it, or it was getting caught in my tooths and then giving me toothache. So I need to take it easy with it, but I can have it. So got some popcorn, and then I just got a few bits for tonight's dinner and stuff that we needed to make the muffins. So I'm going to make the muffins now, and I'm going to start listening to I've decided I'm going to listen to the Juno Dawson series because there's less of that, and that book's currently out now, so I'm going to listen to that now. So I'm going to put on, keep saying Human Rights. It is, no, it's the Shadow Cabinet, it's the second one. So I'm going to do that and make these little muffins for lunch, which will be lovely. Sage, oh no, black pepper, cheddar and sage muffins, but they're basil because I'm not a big sage lover and I've always got a glut of basil because I can keep it alive now. Lovely. Oh, it smells nice. It's time for your little bath, little basil friend. And let's make these. Muffins in. Ready for it. The book has been read. I've already said that. My sister is going to borrow my Kindle from me. She is currently breastfeeding her baby son and is struggling to read whilst doing so. And she wonders if a Kindle might help her out with that. So once I've discussed this book for book club on Sunday, I'm going to lend this to her and see how she gets on. I'm interested to see what she picks out on my what the books I've got on here that she'll pick out to read, because I wonder what she'll read. I've just bought the illustrated Mum by Jacqueline Wilson ahead of the adult sequel of that being released later on this year. So well, next month I think, September. We're watching this now. So yeah, so maybe she'll go for that. But there we go. Right, okay, so Alexa, how long left on the timer?
You have 11 minutes left, only 20 minutes.
11 minutes seems like a perfect amount of time to get started on The Rest of Our Lives by Ben Markovitz. So I'm just going to have a little read of that. Maybe get to about 10 pages, we'll see. And then move the one side of my oven cooks a lot hotter than the other side, so I have to move the muffins round. And then for the last sort of 5-10 minutes, they'll do it on that side, and then hopefully that will cook them. But yeah. Let's go. When our son was 12 years old, my wife had an affair with a guy called Zach Zerksky, whom she knew from synagogue. I'm in. Why are you being so rude for? Why are you being rude? I literally got out of the chair to change the muffins around, and this little naughty nugget jumped in. Look how fluffy she is. We're grooming her so much at the moment, and it's just, she must be, I don't know, losing a summer coat or lots. Do you want to have a little look at the camera? You want to have a little look at me because you love me? I guess I'll just sit here then. Kiss. I've had to move ends to accommodate the baby cat.
Hey, what are you doing on
She's snoozing on there. Well, she's not really snoozing, she's looking around. But yes, the muffins are made. Head muffin. They smell amazing.
that?
And I'm going to read and eat. And then after that, I'll probably do a few choresies. Boop. Lots of time has passed by and I've got a full face of makeup on. I filmed a video, which is coming up in the next few weeks, whereby I sort through all my makeup and sort out the stuff that's out of date. And there's a lot of stuff in there that was out of date. So I had to say some hard goodbyes, but yeah, that'll be coming up in the next few weeks. But I did my makeup while I was doing that, and yeah, then straightened my hair because I looked strange with a full face of makeup and scraped back hair. And then I came back here and thought, oh, I'll read a bit more of The Rest of Our Lives, but Dappy's still sitting on the sofa. Are you, Dad? Do you think you want to look at the camera at any point? At any point? At any point? No, you don't. She's just been snoozing all afternoon, haven't you? Making fluff all over the sofa. So yeah, I will read a bit more of The Rest of Our Lives. Bit of honey's there. I haven't. That's probably going to be started tomorrow. Quite enjoying this. It's very conversational. We're sort of telling the story at you, but I quite like that as a sort of narrative, being sort of spoken at rather than a story told to you. Is there a difference in that? I think there is a difference in that. That's a big thought, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to read a bit more of this. I'm on page 50 at the moment, so just under a quarter of the way through. And then I've done a few chores as well. David's going to hoover throughout, and then we'll start getting ready for this evening. When are you going to finish work, Bebe?
Shortly.
Shortly? Cool, then we need to get ready. Still don't know the name of the film we're going to watch tonight, but I'm sure we'll find out. What do you think, Dad? You're so beautiful. Yes, I love you. Did you have a nice evening, David?
Very nice.
I'll move it over to you a little bit more. David arranged the whole night with my nan, which is very cute. And my niece and my mum and my dad came round and we watched Forbidden Planet, which my nan thought was the first film she ever saw at the cinema when she was 15. She's like 18.
No, I thought it was like 7. Sorry, I was a bit uncomfortable. I thought she said she was like 7 years old.
Oh, okay. Well, she's in her 80s now, so over 70 years ago. And watched the whole film.
Yeah, and I think about 15 minutes in, she was like,
this ain't the film.
I don't remember any of this.
I don't remember any of this. And she's a bit daft anyway, isn't she?
She's a bit daft.
So, but we got to the end, she was like, nah, that definitely weren't it.
No.
So we had to look at another film that my dad thought it could be, called The Day the Earth Stood Still. And literally it was on a second and she was like, yeah, this is it.
That's right, I remember that bit now.
So we sat through the whole thing. It was very cute.
It was very cute.
I will insert a picture now of us all sat there all very adorably. Cute!
Yeah, our niece did really well.
She sat through the whole thing, so it was an hour and a half, and she's very nervous cinema goer because she's always frightened of being frightened. Not even necessarily like, I remember one, like, she's seen scary things in films. For example, one day we were having a Sunday roast and my dad was washing up in the kitchen where they've got a telly. They've got a telly in every room. Of course they have.
Yeah.
And it was Deathly Hallows Part 2, and it was the bit where Harry kills Voldemort, spoilers. And she sat and watched that, and I was like, you shouldn't be watching this. And she was absolutely fine watching it. So she doesn't get frightened of the stuff. She's more frightened of the feeling of feeling frightened. And in the film we watched, there was an invisible monster that she wanted to see the monster, didn't she? Yeah. And she was frightened of the monster until she saw the monster, and then she was fine. Yeah. But yeah, she did really well the whole way. I don't know how she'd get on with The Day the Earth Stood Still. That
it looked a little bit creepier, didn't it? It looked very much like Doctor Who-y, like a bit.
It was a lovely, wholesome evening, wasn't it?
Really nice.
And we were all sat nicely on here. I mean, I was boiling, but we were all sat very nicely. So yeah. And I have now watched 55 films this year, and you've watched
68 or
68.
69.
And I wanted to watch 100 films this year. I've sort of scrapped the 100 new to me films because that is a bit out of my reach. Is that 68 new to you films?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that is 53 films that I've seen, and we've watched a few rewatches. But David is well on target. I think by the end of August we needed to be on 67. So you're well on target. I'm not quite on target, but I mean, we've almost watched a film a day in August, haven't we?
Oh my god, I think that's
we've watched
like every other day we have.
Yeah, we've watched a lot of films in August.
We've watched a film.
So if we can continue that into September, although we're on holiday for a week,
we're
so
on
maybe
holiday
not.
for a week.
But yeah, we've done very well. Anyway, I think I'm going to go and write down the film that I watched and feel hot. Or remember, you've got to sign up to Mubi by the end of whenever that is.
It's the 5th of... And yeah.
So there's a deal on Mubi, which is a platform which shows sort of independent films, really. And we've watched,
like foreign films.
Yeah, we signed up to it before and we'd watched and loved 2 films the whole time we were signed up to it. We watched Perfect Days, which we loved. What are you up to? And Shiva Baby, which we also really liked.
And at the minute it's so if you're new, I don't think you can get it if you're existing, but for 6 months you get 70% off. So it's like £3.40 or £3.60 a month, which is
we just need to make sure we're watching it because we got it for 3 months for like 99p a month. And
what the issue is that there's no like app on the PlayStation for it.
Oh, so you have to like go through the laptop.
Yeah, well, there is, but like, I think you can access it for like Apple TV. But because I've signed up on my phone, you can't sign in on through Apple TV. It was all a bit confusing, but it's got Flow on it.
Oh, right, okay. And also, if you have watched films on Mubi that you've really enjoyed, then let us know. I've got 2 on my to-watch list already, Tangerine and...
I can't remember what the other one.
I can't remember what the other one
But
is.
there's like the Florida Project I want to watch. There's the one, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the one with Mads Mikkelsen where they get drunk, or when they're all teachers and they get drunk. There's a few on there that I like. There's a few films on there that I've seen, which I'd like to watch again, like Casino, and the original The Producers. I really want to watch. I've never seen that. But
yeah, if people have seen films on Mubi that are really good and worth watching, then please do let us know. Anyway, I'm really hot.
But I would recommend, if I can chuck out a recommendation for a movie, which is I've actually watched 3 films because I've watched Grand Theft Hamlet.
Hamlet, not Hamlet.
Which was
it's not all about Hamlet.
Awesome, and if you haven't seen it and you're on a movie, watch it. It's great fun.
There we go. Cool, right, shall we get ready for bed? Are you going to bed? What's your deal?
I'm going to have a little PlayStation session.
I think I'm going to go to bed, put the fan on and read a bit. I ate a lot of popcorn and I stopped eating popcorn because I felt like it made me not sleep very well. And let's see how well I sleep tonight.
I had to stop the scampi because the scampi was making, I think it was the batter.
We had so much scampi as well.
Made me feel a little bit sicky.
What, you didn't eat everything on your plate?
Yeah, but I didn't eat any more. I didn't eat any leftovers off of other people's plates.
See you in the morning, bye. Morning! Morning, David.
Hello.
Morning, Daphne. Daphne's on the bed. It's rare. Well, it's getting a little bit less rare, but all she does is bite. It is just before 9 o'clock. I'm having a cup of tea in bed. I'm going to the boot fair. Me and David and my niece are going to the boot fair via the post office. I've got to rush this because David wants to listen to the radio in the shower. And I can't have the radio playing in the background of these videos. So yeah, just to say, we're off to the boot fair. She's not coming. Are you coming to the boot fair? Not allowed. Ooh. But yeah, we're gonna go to the boot fair and show you our wares. You in the market for anything, David? Vinyls?
I mean, the market for anything really. Anything takes my fancy.
Wow, the fan's going on.
Well, it's getting a little bit chillier, so the old temperature of the shower goes up.
Exciting. Right, okay. I'll show you when we're at the boot fair, hopefully. Smell of a bargain. It's on the windows. No, we definitely won't. It's on the front one. It's making it so clean.
Lovely and clean. Well, not that clean.
A bit flattered.
No, we got.
It's not very loud.
We've got a long way to go yet, but you'll be right.
from the boot fair. It was rubbish. Well, I gave my niece £5 and she bought herself a ball that's on a thing that you can kick and stuff. She bought herself a charm for her Crocs, and then the other £2 she spent in B&M, and she bought herself a Pez and some inserts to go into the Pez. And then we went for lunch. We've just got back. We went to the storage to pick up some autumn stuff because we're going to Norway next month, and the weather's a little bit cooler. I mean, we're sort of all over Norway, so we didn't really know what we'd need. So we've got just an autumn box each, but I bought this on Vinted. I've been selling quite a lot of clothes on Vinted. I've got another, now I've got an autumn box back, I can have it all sorted out of my autumn box. And I've been spending the money back on Vinted on sort of like slightly higher priced bits, including the brand Dams and Madder. And this is the blouse from Dams and Madder, which I've had my eye on for a long time. It needs a good iron. I don't think David's gonna like this at all because he doesn't like big obnoxious collars, and this has got a big obnoxious collar. But I sort of bought it actually to go with these oversized jeans. Yeah, it definitely needs an iron. I'm very pleased with it. Yeah, big obnoxious sleeves, big obnoxious collar. In fact, this will probably make it on holiday. So look, I'll show you it with the jeans. So this is it with the jeans. And yeah, I mean, it does look a little bit pyjama-y maybe, but if I was to do a French tuck, less so for Def. But yeah, I like it a lot. It just obviously needs a wash and an iron. Nice though. Lovely sleeves on it. Right. Speaking of holiday, I've got to do some holiday related stuff this afternoon, so maybe that's where I need to go to next. It's our Saturday night ritual, I guess, of having dinner and watching Casualty. Now, I don't know if I've told you this year, but we've got so into Casualty. We started watching it because somebody I fancied that was in Call the Midwife is now in Casualty. And I used to work at a hospital, and I just feel like they've pitched it very well. It's very well done. Everyone that's in it looks extremely tired, like people who work for the NHS do. And yeah, it's just very good. We have a good time watching it, we really do. So I'm about to make dinner. We're having a king prawn massaman curry, which I'm very excited. Massaman curry is one of my fave curries. And that will take about 35 to 40 minutes. So I'm going to listen to C-Mat's new album because it came out yesterday.
I'm going to close this door.
David's going to close the door. I very, very rarely listen to music.
I've just broken that rabbit's paw.
Oh no, take it off. I mean, put it in the bin, I didn't even want it.
No.
I very, very rarely listen to music. But I've been quite looking forward to this album coming out. C-Mat is an Irish artist. And yeah, I quite like some of her music and I like her very much. So yeah, I'm going to listen to that and see how we get on. There's a song called The Jamie Oliver Petrol Station, so I'm looking forward to that. So let's make dinner and then let's go to Casualty because it ended on quite the cliffhanger last week. Let's go. Moody lighting, but prawn massaman curry. God, it looks delicious, doesn't it? Ready to go with Casualty. Big glass of water because I'm gasping. I think it's all that popcorn I ate last night. Salty. Yum, 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 yum. Exciting. I know I promised you. I didn't promise you. I hoped to be able to finish 3 books in one weekend. But today's just sort of run away with us a bit, to be honest. Boot fair, car wash, out for lunch, come back, did some chores, all that sort of thing. And then we just spent the evening watching Casualty and we watched Billy Elliot. Oh, I must put that on my Instagram actually before I go to bed. So yeah, I did have a bath though and that was lovely. And I got to page 170 of this. So we will continue with that tomorrow. However, we're going to play Crazy Golf tomorrow. I forgot this. We're going to play Crazy Golf because it's my niece's birthday. And that's what she wanted to do. And we were going to get fish and chips, but we have fish and chips on Friday. So I think my sister's going to make a couple of lasagnas or something. So yeah, but in the morning, I've got to film my summer reading project video and edit the video I filmed yesterday about my makeup and do a bit more reading. So yeah, it's going to be a busy day. So night nights, and see you in the morning. Morning. It's Sunday morning. I've got that croaky voice where I haven't had anything to eat or drink yet. But I'm going to resolve that, not reserve it, resolve it, because I'm going to have a cup of tea and I'm going to have some yoghurt with some blueberries and blackberries, and I think that'll be very nice. Sunday morning, just gone 9. I've got quite a lot to fit in before I go away, as in before we go out this afternoon. So we're going out to play crazy golf this afternoon. Is it 1 or 1:30, David? He's gone. I think it's 1 o'clock. So I need to film my summer reading project video. I need to get my questions ready for book club. I need to get ready myself. I've wanted to edit my video that I filmed yesterday, but I think that's probably going to have to be done this evening when I'm in. I've got book club tonight as well. And do a few little chores around as well, although the chores might have to take a bit of a back seat. So priority is eat something, get changed, film the summer reading project, edit that, get that up, do the questions for book club. If after that I've got any time, then start editing the video that's to go live on Wednesday, and then hopefully I can go and that'll all be all right. I haven't read much more of this. I'm on page 196, but I'm going to do some reading and drink my tea and have some yoghurt. So yeah, and I'll take you along crazy golfing. I'm not very good at crazy golf, but I do quite enjoy it. My niece loves it. My dad also loves it. Yeah, that's the plan. So I need to get a wig lay on. What have you seen out the window, little baby? She's so cute. Lovely bright day today, but not too hot. September tomorrow. So happy. Okay, let's go and make a cup of tea and have some breakfast. Get up on there then. I've just finished The Rest of Our Lives. I quite liked it. It was readable. I don't know what makes this sort of special, that it's been like longlisted for the Booker. It was just fine, but that's fine. Sometimes I read fine books. But I've also just filmed, which is why I've got makeup on and hair down, my next video for my summer reading project. You may well have seen, you might not have seen, over on my Instagram, which is Lauren in the Books, if you'd like to go and follow me over on Instagram. Throughout the summer, I've been reading a different book from a female author from the decades, starting in 1900s and working my way all the way up to the 2020s. This week, the book that I read was The Wedding by Dorothy West, which was published in 1995. I didn't like it. There was too many characters. I had to keep referring to the front of the book to look at the characters. It just felt like it was all sort of like thrown together and it didn't make much of a story for me, so I didn't like it, but that's fine. But these are all the books that I've read so far. So yeah, it's been very interesting. It's been great to read some of the books off of my shelves and to reread some that I've wanted to. This week's book is Soul Tourist by Bernardine Evaristo. I've read 2 books by Bernardine Evaristo before and enjoyed both of them immensely, so high hopes for this. Yeah, and I'm wondering whether or not I will do this sort of, well, I think I will do a reading project throughout October whereby I read some witchy books, because I've got quite a lot of witchy books on my shelves that I've never got round to, and I think maybe I'll take 4 witchy books and read and review them every Sunday on Instagram throughout October, and then I'm also thinking of doing it for Christmas, so there we go. But yeah, I've done the bits that I needed to do. I've edited my reel, popped it, scheduled it for this afternoon, finished my book, got things ready for book club. That's all ready for tonight. Oh, we're reading North and South for next month's book club. Where should I put that? Here it is. Beautiful little edition of North and South. So I have that ready. God, that's going to take some reading. It's almost 600 pages, over 600 pages, but looking forward to reading that. So yeah, so I think now it's 11:30. We've got to be at the Crazy Golf in 2 hours. Do I want to edit a video? I mean, I don't want to, but I should do, really. Yeah, I think I'm going to go and start editing a video. Put all of these things where they need to be. Crazy Golf. Crazy Golf. Looks crazy. believe it now, but well, first of all, it's Monday. You wouldn't believe it, but it's Monday. Monday after work. Today, my work day has been down my local seafront because who I work for put on a free chalk art day. So children in the area could come down and use our chalks and do some chalking along the promenade. It was lovely. Lots and lots of lovely artwork and kids of all ages, and that was very nice. But it absolutely chucked it down, like proper chucked it down. And me and the artist that we'd hired to do the day just got drenched because we had to sort of be standing there. We don't mind while other people were sort of running for cover and like getting the chalks in and stuff like that. So we ended up calling it, was supposed to run till 3, but we ended up calling it off about 1:30. And then I came back to the office, I was drenched. Like my jumper, my t-shirt, my jeans, my knickers, everything was drenched. And I thought, oh, what I'll do, I'll get my laptop, I'll go home, have a warm shower and wash my hair, and then work from home for the rest of the afternoon because I can't sit in these wet clothes all afternoon. Well, then one thing happened and another thing happened and another thing happened, and I didn't end up coming home till actual home time. So I've just got home, got straight in the shower and washed, and I feel lovely. And it's beautiful, bright sunshine out there now, isn't it, David?
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. But yes, the weekend was lovely. Thank you for joining me for my return to the Friday reading vlogs. You will notice that I didn't pick a question at the beginning of this video, because normally I pick questions at the beginning of the video and then answer it at the end of the video. Now, I think what's happened is that we've gradually made our way through all of those questions, which is fine. I mean, we've been doing these Friday reading vlogs for like over 2 years now, and there was only 50 questions, 100 questions in there, so that's very high chance that we have done them. What I would like to ask you guys, and I'm aware I've asked you a lot this vlog, but if you've got any questions that you would like me and us to answer, bookish questions, at the end of each vlog, then please put them in the comments, and I'm going to collate them all, and then we'll start doing that from 2026. So I'll get some Christmassy ones nearer the Christmas time, and we'll do some Christmassy questions there. But I think what I'll do is we'll get a jar of them, and I'll pick one of those out every time, and I'll be writing them so I'll know, and then I can throw them away as I've done them rather than keep putting them back in the box and reading out the same thing. So that's the plan. The second piece of the plan was that I was supposed to read the last summer poem out of the summer book, but it's now autumn poem time because it's the 1st of September. What are you doing with that cat?
Nothing.
Being cute together. Bitey play.
Oh, no.
So it's now the 1st of September, which is I'm delighted about. So I think I'll finish off the vlog by reading out the poem from the 1st of September. So one moment. I can't reach.
Oh.
She can reach. Here we go. Poem for every autumn day. And the 1st of September is either... Oh, are you sticking around?
I can stick around for the poem.
So we've got either Hurrahing in Harvest
Oh.
or Aeroplanes by Herbert Reed. I think we're going to go for Hurrahing in Harvest. So it says it's a vibrant and vital poem written by Gerard Manley-Hopkins, and it recreates the overwhelming joy he felt one particular autumnal stroll. And through the immediacy of his verse, let us share in his awe for this bucolic harvest scene. There are clear religious overtones, but these lines also offer celebration of the unpredictable, wild wonders of nature in autumn. Here we go. Summer ends now barbarous in beauty, the stooks arise. Around up above, what wind walks, what lovely behaviour of silk sack clouds, has wilder, wilful, wavier, mildrift moulded ever and melted across skies. I walk, I lift up heart, eyes, down in all that glory in the heavens to glean our Saviour, and eyes, heart, what looks, what lips yet gives you rapturous love's greeting of reeler of rounder replies. This is blah. And the azurous hung hills are his world-wielding shoulder, majestic as a stallion stalwart, very violent sweet. These things were here, and but the beholder wanting, which two were when they once met. The heart rears wings bold and bolder, and hurls for himself, oh half hurls earth for him off under his feet. lot enjoyed there. Thank you so much for joining me for another Friday reading vlog. I'm now going to go and edit this video, and then we're going to settle down and we're going to eat our dinner and watch The Irish Traitors.
Oh, we've got a Celia as well.
And we've got a Celia video to watch. Goodbye. Bye.